I normally don't do these type of videos, but the truth is, some of the complaints in regards to Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice have been a bit overwhelming and generally unfair. Now don't get me wrong, there's been an overwhelming positive response as well towards Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman, but this video I'm devoting to the unjust criticism towards Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. Justice to Wonder Woman. First thing on the chopping block is Wonder Woman's costume for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice and the unfair complaints and criticism towards it. So when people state that Wonder Woman's costume for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice is a copy of a character from a TV series that first aired in 1995, hence why the costume isn't creative or good, it's definitely the type of complaint I believe that should be corrected. For many reasons. First off, Wonder Woman has been around since 1941. That's over 50 years, 54 years to be exact, that Wonder Woman has existed before anyone knew who the flip Xena was. And 73 years of overall existing in this current time. That's 73 years of Wonder Woman being known as an Amazon warrior princess from Themyscira, also known as Paradise Island, in ancient Greece of Greek mythology. If their outfits look remotely the same, it's simply because they're historical traditional warrior garments. Skirt, gauntlet, chest plate, leg plates, and a lack of armor on the arms and thighs. So why do people believe Wonder Woman is a copy of Xena, or believe she shouldn't be wearing ancient Greek warrior garments like she's seen in the promotional image for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice? Well, simply because they're unaware of Wonder Woman's origin story, which is fine. One can't expect everyone to know every detail about a comic book character. It's just not realistic. But I've already explained some of it. She's an Amazonian warrior princess from the island of Themyscira, shut off from the modern world. That's something I did not mention. As well as her real name is Diana Prince. Now, during the course of the 73 years of Wonder Woman gracing DC Comics, she's been seen in traditional Greek warrior garments. These are examples from 1985 and 1987, 10 to 7 years before Xena, 29 to 27 years before Batman v Superman: Wonder Woman's costume being revealed at Comic-Con. So Wonder Woman having a sword and wearing traditional Greek armor isn't a Batman v Superman exclusive. She's been seen like this for many years in the comics and still continues to be seen this way now in the comics and also in the animated movies. There was even an episode of Smallville where Erica Durance as Lois Lane dressed up as Wonder Woman in traditional Greek warrior garments. If anything, this shows that Xena has been copying Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman even has been throwing her tiara as a boomerang since the 70s, if not earlier, 20 plus years before Xena was throwing her chalk ram. Now that I've debunked that Wonder Woman's costume isn't trying to copy Xena, or is trying to be something new that it really shouldn't be, let's talk about the other complaints about her outfit: the colors. The problem with the first image of Wonder Woman from Batman v Superman is filters. It has lots of filters on it. Now, the color of her outfit has been one of many complaints because people believe she should be wearing the red, white, and blue, the colors of United States of America. Some believe an American, not Gal Gadot, who isn't American, should play her as well. I'm an American, so I'm not saying this to be anti-American. I'm saying this as someone who's stating the reality of the source material of Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman isn't American. She's always been an Amazon warrior princess from Paradise Island. Her native tongue isn't English, it's Themysciran, ancient and modern Greek, though she can also speak many other languages as well. Wonder Woman's only affiliation to America is as an ambassador. In the 1940s, when she was first given the Wonder Woman outfit, she was given it as a way for her to represent America in America, as a sign of peace. As I said before, the promotional image has filters on it. It's not in its original state. Supposedly, this is how the image looks without the filters. Sure, this image hasn't been confirmed as being released by Warner Brothers or that it's an official unfiltered image, but even taking the original photo that was released at Comic-Con and putting it through Photoshop, brightening it up, and the saturation, you can see the red and blue in her suit. So, as pointed out, there is a tint of both blue and red in her outfit. And she's going to be in America as Diana Prince, as seen with the on-set photos of Gal Gadot filming in Michigan. Now, the other complaints in regards to her outfit have been her boots. Them being knee-high, having wedge heels. People have gone as far to call her boots that of a hooker's. First of all, Batman v Superman Wonder Woman isn't wearing knee-high boots. She's wearing armor on her legs. Something that's been seen in the comics. Something that's been seen in regards to traditional ancient Greek warrior armor. Something we've seen the men in 300 and Brad Pitt and Troy wear. It's part of the traditional ancient Greek armor. Since that's what Wonder Woman is, a warrior of ancient Greece, can't stress this enough, it makes sense for her to have to wear them in battle. Now, the heels aren't Batman v Superman exclusives either. We see them in the comics as early as her first issue cover. It's also possible the reason for the heels is simply because they want 5'9" or 5'10", depending on the source, Gal Gadot to be around the same height as Henry Cavill, who's 6'1", and Ben Affleck, who's 6'4", and also much like Wonder Woman is in the comics, who's 6 foot even. Also, it's not like she's alone in the high heel department when it comes to superheroes. Just saying. Now, ending on that note in regards to Gal Gadot's physical appearance height-wise, we can now dive into her physical appearance and the complaints in regards to that. I'm gonna be honest though, when Gal Gadot was first cast, I was worried when it came to her body appearance. Not because I wanted to see a bodybuilder playing Wonder Woman, but because Gal Gadot was model thin. Not that that would have been the first time someone model thin played Wonder Woman, but I personally didn't want her to be as thin as she was as Wonder Woman. But since then, Gal Gadot has gained body mass. She's no longer as tiny as she once was. But for whatever reason, that's not enough for some people, even though the general audience and comic book fans have had enough of an imagination to believe that 5'3" Scarlett Johansson can beat up a room full of men and fight alongside superheroes as a mortal human as Black Widow. Yet there's a disconnection when believing that a 5'9" actress who's playing a character that has been trained as a warrior all her life with the powers of the Greek gods, strength as great as Superman, could be able to manage for herself or be seen as someone strong simply because the actress isn't built body-wise how they believe Wonder Woman should be built. Another example is Jamie Alexander as Lady Sif. She's about the same size as Gal Gadot is right now, and many people, myself included, wanted her as Wonder Woman. Also, don't have a hard time believing she's a badass warrior fighter in the Thor films. I mean, there's so many other examples of this. Angelina Jolie as Fox in Wanted, Emily Blunt as Rita in Edge of Tomorrow, Sigourney Weaver as Ripley in the Alien series, Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor in the Terminator films. None of these characters were powered by the Greek gods and trained all their lives as warriors. None of these actresses were bodybuilders. Yet we didn't have a hard time believing these were badass women who can kick ass while watching them on the silver screen. So I really don't understand where this idea that Wonder Woman has to be this massive woman to be seen as strong. More so looking at her during her first run in the comics. She was tiny, and looking at her over the years in the comics and animated movies, it's rare to see a bulk-looking Wonder Woman as a consistent appearance to her looks. Also, it's not like she uses her breast or rear end to fight, or are the source of her powers. Just saying, for those who keep bringing that up as a complaint for Gal Gadot's casting in regards to her body. Now, the last complaint is her acting. Can she pull it off? Here's the thing, I won't really get into that because that's subjective. Personally though, I've never seen Gal Gadot in anything and recalling to myself thinking that she was a terrible actress at any point when watching her on the screen. It also helps that in the past she's been very eager to do her own stunts and play a badass character.
I want to be a badass, can I say badass? No? Yeah, badass. I want to be a tough girl. I want to do like all kinds of action. I want to have gunshots. I want to flying up the hair on the motorcycle, whatever. I want to do it all by myself, no stunt woman. And when we had the conversation before this one, he was like, okay, Gal, you're gonna have a lot of action in this one. Do you want to have a stunt girl or should we? I was like, no, I want to do it by myself.
So for me, that's enough to keep an open mind about her as an actress and whether or not she can pull off Wonder Woman. I guess that concludes this video and all the thoughts that were felt to be important points to clear towards the unjust criticism towards Gal Gadot and Wonder Woman for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice. I hope hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Guardians of the Galaxy is directed by James Gunn. It stars Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, Bradley Cooper, Dave Bautista, and Vin Diesel, and then a bunch of other very talented actors and actresses. Now, the premise of this film follows the story of one particular character mainly, and that is Peter Quill's character, or also known as Star-Lord, who is played by Chris Pratt. The story starts off with him, and then as the story progresses, you then meet the other characters who end up becoming